Hello, everybody, and welcome back to.
Progressive heli learning.
So, we're going to repeat episode 7, thanks to my bright idea of music in the background and YouTube's copyright policies.
Shame, shame.
Audio was muted on our last video.
So they missed my singing, Shane.
Uh, well, they missed a whole lot, including some really good stuff. So, why don't we just try to cover this again really quick? So, this
So today,
episode. What's that?
so today we are going what?
Well, we're gonna cover upright flight because
All right.
it was kind of our wrap up, right? I mean, we were doing the box, we were doing the super slow circuits, and we did them backwards, and we
Oh,
did
so
them,
this was our upright flight that got canceled.
yeah, that
Or,
one, and we were
so
doing
were we doing any backwards flight?
well, we were doing upright, and we were doing backwards, and we were showing we showed morphing or transitioning from upright to backwards flight while in a circuit like that, and then I helped you out and talked to you about the tail and moving the tail, in coordination, speed factor of the circuit. Remember? Is it coming
That's
back to you
right.
now?
Yeah, I've slept since then.
It's coming back to you now, is it?
Well, if it came back, we would need to do the lesson, so you got to teach it all over again.
Well, you're like a sponge, so you've already soaked up that information. So I don't think I won't be able to really teach you much per se here. But I guess for our viewers and watchers and listeners, if all you can do is listen, um,
So we're going to start off today with. So what we got? So what are we specifically going to work on here, or talk about, or address? What's our first little thing we're going to go over?
well, we're summarizing everything we learned because we covered, hovering, and then we covered, from hovering to forward flight, and then we did backward flight. So now we're just pulling the two of them together and just kind of making sure that everyone's following along and are at this point able to execute a nice clean circuit, where you're holding the lines, you're keeping the altitude, you're maintaining symmetry. If you're doing a circle, if you're doing a figure eight, you're splitting the eight right in the middle of the circle. And you're going in the other direction, and you're comfortable morphing backwards or transitioning to backwards and doing all that stuff, because this is really what flying upright is all about, right?
Okay, so this is basically taking all the little pieces and just practicing them. So what's a drill that we do? I mean, this is basically my figure eight drill, right?
It's your figure eight drill. It's the thing that you do, that you've been doing, and it's what's been helping you a lot.
Okay.
And it's pretty much what uh,
All right.
everyone else that's kind of been following along and doing this with us should be able to do right now.
All right. So basically, we get out, we do our figure eights, we make sure we do them both left hand and right hand. We're looking for a consistent, smooth turn, constant radius,
Yep.
helicopter tracking straight, not slipping sideways. So it means we're flying the rudder,
Yep.
right? Keeping the helicopter parallel to this, basically parallel to the ground. So
Yep.
we're not flying around tail high or tail low. We're controlling the rudder, driving that rudder through that turn, right?
Right.
We're controlling our speed so that as we're coming out of the turn, we're not accelerating. So we may be dropping picking the nose up a little bit, dropping some collective, or pushing more if we're slowing down, right?
Right. Right.
And then we get really excited in different places, like maybe when we get straight and level and our world slows down a little bit, we will kick a little right rudder to get a 180 turn. Now we're flying backwards, right?
Right.
All right, do a backwards turn. So these are all things that we basically need to just drill and grind on, and then throw some of the these different transitions in to kind of spice it up a little bit, huh?
Right.
All right. Well, good. What else can we go through?
That was pretty much it. I think the purpose of the video was to kind of show uh, what you can do in terms of your flight, upright. Obviously, I mean, if you're super comfortable, then you can start, messing around with the pitch and doing, like maybe pirouetting pogos upright, stuff like that, just to kind of get accustomed to messing with pitch, or maybe reversing the tail and doing stuff like that. But um, the base of this is look, you know, ensuring you can control a helicopter in a good, nice circuit, smooth, clean, transition to backwards, smooth, clean, hold it, maintain the height, maintain the speed and symmetry, and just be comfortable in it. Because once you're comfortable upright, flying upright is gonna be what's gonna it's gonna be your relaxation moment when learning to fly inverted, right? Remember, Greg?
Right.
Because when you were practicing, that's what you did. You went kind of broke back into your went back to your forward flight as you were learning your inverted flight and even your
Yeah.
backwards flight. Remember?
Yeah. I remember every time I'd get to a nervous moment where I would do something that would just get the knees shaking and the blood pressure pumping, I would drop back into that comfort zone, which is just my figure eight. So I drop into figure eight when my hands start flying and my mind can take a break. My blood pressure, my heart rate could drop. It's my relaxation. You know? You know?
Oh, the fun
So
stuff.
the other thing we should always keep remember doing is not only do this up at speed, but also get down and practice flying those squares again.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
fly our
Absolutely.
squares, slow it down, fly a very precise corner and a turn, and then try that backwards as well, right?
Oh yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know, so always go back to those little drills we've done so far and do them in all the orientations, and then add the reverse flight to it. You know, and then obviously one of the things we always talk about is once you've established something, bump yourself out of that established. Like if you're flying, like when we talk about hovering, once you get a good stable hover established, we'd always bump out a little bit to force yourself to always practice correcting. So that's the same thing with flight, right? Fly your figure eights, then change it up. Go to the left, go to the right. Maybe do some big circles instead of making the figure eight. Just do big circles, right? You know,
Yeah, just maintaining some variety.
yeah. Keep yourself fresh, right?
Right.
Well, very cool. So what's our next lesson after this?
Uh, well, we're moving on to inverted, brother.
Oh, that's right. So those plankers out there, that's upside down.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that really covers it, guys. We were just wanting to do a quick recap and show you how to tie upward and backward flight together, and then we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna focus now on inverted and get around into inverted hovering, inverted circuits, and then eventually tying upright and inverted flight all together.
Nice. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to get back to practicing so we do our inverted video. I don't look silly.
You know what? That's a good plan. Let's go do it. All right, guys,
All
take
right.
care. We'll see y'all later. And remember,
Keep progressing.
always keep progressing.